Welcome back to Swiss Home Garden. I'm Chitra. In this video, I will be sharing with you 3 different rhubarb recipes. You saw us harvesting these rhubarbs from our garden, and now it's time to preserve some of it and to also make 2 other delicious dishes. These dishes are actually time tested and they are really very delicious, and it's an easy no flour recipe. Rhubarb is actually a rhizome, and what is used in the rhubarb is just the stem. The leaves of the rhubarb are actually high in oxalic acid, so we usually chop out the leaves and compost it. We kind of peel out the stem while cutting it, chop it and use it as needed. Because of the tarty flavor of rhubarb, they're usually made into jams, chutneys, then also baked into pies. We will also be baking a scone in this dish. I'm not baking a pie, it's a little bit too complicated, and we will try out the scones, and I promise you this is really very delicious. So let's get started on making these rhubarb dishes. First we will be starting on the scones because the dough has to rest in the fridge for about half an hour. In the meantime, we will start on the jam and then we will be doing the chutney. So let's see how all the 3 dishes are done. I also will be posting another recipe from rhubarb, and that is an Indian dish, and you can see for yourself what it is, and I will try to post it as soon as possible. Let's get started on these 3 dishes.
For the scones, you will need 320 grams of flour. I am using finely ground spelt flour. 200 grams of rhubarb chopped to about 1 centimeter in length. 100 grams of unsalted butter. This is at room temperature and it's already starting to melt because it has been warm on this day. 2 teaspoons of baking powder, half a teaspoon of salt. I'm using Himalaya pink salt. 60 grams of castor sugar, 100 milliliter of full fat milk, 2 tablespoons of milk. This milk will be used for glazing, and 1 vanilla bean. Scones are usually served with clotted cream. Since I don't have clotted cream, I'm improvising. I have here 200 grams of mascarpone cheese. To that, I will be adding 4 tablespoons of castor sugar, zest of half a lemon, and 4 tablespoons of full fat cream. To the chopped rhubarb, mix in 1 tablespoon of the castor sugar and set it aside. Next, mix in the baking powder, salt and sugar into the flour. Half the vanilla bean and extract the vanilla pod and mix it into the flour mixture. Add in the butter to the dry mixture and rub it together with the flour to get a biscuit crumb-like texture. Mix in the rhubarb and the milk and bring it together to a dough. Do not knead this dough. Cover with a cling wrap and set it in the fridge for about 30 minutes. Because it was too late at night, I left the scone mixture overnight and baked it the next morning. Divide the dough mixture into 2 halves and roll the dough onto a lightly floured surface. Roll the dough into a 2 cm thickness and cut it into shapes with a diameter of about 16 centimeters. Place on a baking tray, leaving about 1 centimeter gap between the scones. Brush the top of the scones with milk and bake for 25 minutes in a preheated oven at 200 degrees centigrade in the middle rack of the oven with a setting of top and bottom heat. Bake the scones until golden brown, remove from the oven and serve it with the cream mixture. For the cream mixture, mix in the mascarpone cheese, sugar, cream and the zest of the lemon. Serve it with the baked scones and the rhubarb jam. Next, we will be doing the rhubarb jam. I have previously posted this recipe in this channel last year. The ingredients for this will be 1 kilogram of rhubarb chopped to about 2 centimeters in length, 750 grams of brown sugar. I'm using coconut sugar, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice and 75 grams of candied ginger chopped into fine pieces. Mix in all the ingredients into a heavy bottom pot. Add a little water, cover and cook for 10 to 15 minutes. Cook the jam on medium heat. Remove the lid and keep stirring the jam. To check if the jam is ready for bottling, we will do the following test. Drop a little of the jam onto a clean plate and tilt the plate. If the jam is flowing, then it is not yet ready for bottling. Repeat this at intervals. Once the jam stops flowing, switch off the heat and fill into hot sterilized jam bottles. Make sure you place the bottles on an wooden board. This will prevent the jars from getting in contact with the cooler surface and breaking. Leave about a little bit of gap before closing the lids tightly. Turn the jar with the lid facing down for about 10 minutes on a wooden board. Then turn them back. The steam inside the jam will create a vacuum and this will help in sealing the jam bottle. Now we will make rhubarb and fruit chutney. You can use any fruit of your choice. I'm going to use an apple and bananas. You will need about 3 stalks of rhubarb, an apple, 1 or 2 ripe bananas as per your taste. To that, we will be adding a cinnamon stick of about 2 centimeters in length, a stick of ginger, 1 tablespoon of ghee, and 3 to 4 teaspoons of brown sugar or jaggery. Chop all the fruits and the rhubarb into cubes. This chutney is a good way to use up any overripe bananas at home. Heat a heavy bottom pot on medium heat, add the ghee, then add the cinnamon stick and the chopped ginger and saute it shortly. Then add in all the chopped fruits and rhubarb to it. Add a little water, cover the pot and cook for about 10 minutes. Once the fruits are cooked, add in the sugar and mix well. Cook for a further of 5 minutes. Remove it from heat. Serve this hot with any prep of your choice.
I hope you enjoyed watching this video and thank you for watching. Let me know in the comment section below if this recipes worked for you. I would love to hear from you. If you're new to my channel, kindly subscribe. I post one new video every week on food from scratch, Swiss country living and our gardening experiences. Until next time, bye-bye.